Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you are interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, as are the steps to booking a reading if you want to go not through the website. So I look forward to reading for you. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This meditation and cleansing will be done through the singing bowl, which will create a loud sound. And the vibrational waves of the singing bowl, the way the singing bowl sings, the song of it, gives me a lot of insight into your energy. So let's see what the singing bowl has to say. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Aries, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we are crowned with the Nine of Cups, which is a beautiful card to be crowned by. We then have the Ten of Wands reversed, the Page of Cups, the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, the Six of Pentacles, interesting, the Nine of Swords reversed, the Four of Pentacles reversed, angels and spirit guides show them clearly, the Magician, the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, angels and spirit guides, the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. So let me make sure everything is in frame. Okay, perfect. It is. All right, let me just move these down so that you can see the last cards a little bit better. Okay, what's very interesting here is that you have this beautiful gift of the Ace of Pentacles coming through. You have the Magician, so all gifts given by divinity during this time are going to be taken. But you do have the Knight of Pentacles reverse, so which means that you are going through a bit of a frustration when it comes to prosperity or money or what you value as much as money moving forward. So you're going to want things to move forward more quickly. You're going to want to, kind of like push the boundaries on things because you're thinking, I'm not getting to where it is that I want to be or where it is that I need to be. And yet the Magician here with the Ace of Pentacles is telling us the exact opposite. It's like, no, you are getting there. And we have to be mindful of the impatience coming through. We get too much in our own head, too much in the, oh, it's supposed to be like this, oh, it's supposed to be like that type of mentality. And we forget to choose us. So that's going to be a very important thing to understand during this time, because as above, so below, as you believe it, so it becomes. And we have the inclination or the proclivity during this time with the Eight of Swords to be trapped in our own heads, to be, kind of like, too in our own minds, too boxed in, to, kind of putting ourselves in a corner type of deal. So just be aware of that. That's going to be very helpful to know. It's like, oh, am I overthinking this? Probably yes, right, Aries? That's what we have to say to ourselves. All right. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, you have to do three things. You have to like, you have to comment with a butterfly, and you have to subscribe. Commenting with a butterfly lets me know that you would like to be in the running to receive a free reading, because some people don't, and we want to respect that. Now, only the winner is to contact me, okay? When the winner is announced on Sunday, all right? Only the winner is to contact me, because we have to do this fair, guys, or else we're not going to keep on doing this. This is my way of saying thank you to all of you for being so wonderful and building this community and creating something so beautiful. And let's not ruin it, okay? So let's see here, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Here we have rediscovery reversed. There is something we need to see within ourselves. There's something we need to connect with within ourselves. It's a rediscovery, but again, we're having a hard time choosing us during this month, like seeing us, seeing our power, seeing our prosperity, seeing our worth. So working on rediscovery, because it is reversed here, meaning that we can just overlook ourselves. We need to rediscover ourselves, fall in love with us. We can re-fall in love with our relationships, re-fall in love with our work, we fall in love with everything. But first and foremost, we have to fall in love with ourselves again. And it moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is relationships. Yeah, that's rediscovery, that re-falling in love with ourselves, with our world, with what we're doing. And that's going to be a little bit easier for us because we do have relationships here, the sacral chakra, and it's coming together. It's connecting with what is sacred to us. It is saying, how am I honoring my relationships in my life? How am I honoring me? The relationship that I have from the beginning and end of my story is the relationship I have with myself. So how am I honoring that? And how am I moving forward with me and my connection and my love and my world? It brings us then, excuse me, I'm going to cough. Oh, I do apologize. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Okay, so that's interesting. That's very interesting. We may be dealing with a Gemini during this time frame, May 21st to June 20th, right? The Lovers is representative of Gemini. The Queen of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? So that reiterates and backs up the Gemini energy. But this can be a time where we're dealing with lust over love, okay? Relationships are going to be really important to us, and we can find making connections to be really important, but we can just, oh my gosh, we can have our heads turned by something. And it doesn't have to be just romantically. It can be by, the sweet idea of success, where like, oh, this business offer is better, or oh, this friendship is so good. But it's like the lust of it, not the substance of it. It's kind of like eating a whole bunch of chocolate instead of eating dinner and being like, oh, I wonder why my tummy hurts, type of thing. So just being aware of that. And with the Queen of Swords, this is somebody who has a tendency and has the ability, actually, it's a really, quite brilliant ability to see the weaknesses of a person. And they can use this power for great good or for great evil. And here it is a person who uses it to rip people down, to have people be dependent on them, codependent, to make them afraid, to make them overwhelmed. So just being aware of this during this time is going to be really important. And with the Lovers reversed, it's like, what am I falling in love with? What do I love? And it's needing to see that. And because we're going to, again, fall in lust, the idea of something is going to be so alluring. And then we have to find out, like, do I really love it? Do I really want to spend the time and the energy on this? Because we have a tendency during this time to kind of stay a little bit too long in things. So we have here the Eight of Cups reversed. And the Eight of Cups reversed is us, knowing that we have to leave something. It can be a job, it can be a relationship, it can be a way of thinking that is keeping us small. And we're not leaving it because it's comfortable. It's like, we've gotten used to it. And here it's like, okay, I have to choose me. We're crowned with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a wish coming true. It's a cross your fingers, I wish for this coming true. And that's going to be so powerful for us. It's going to be so beautiful for us because it's an affirming during this month. It's like, oh, spirit is on my side. It's like, oh, okay, divinity is moving me forward type of thing. It's like, oh, that wish has guided me. And then we have the 10 of Wands reverse, where we're going to see there's going to be a breaking point during this week. Now, it can be around a water sign child, a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but it can also be around something that was very, very, very important to us when we were small, and somebody crosses that line. And we'll be like, well, why am I reacting so intensely? It's like that line was crossed. So just be aware of this, that you're going to throw down sometime during this month here, Aries, where it's like, no, line crossed, absolutely not. This is what we're not doing. Got it? And you're going to make yourself pretty clear because you're an Aries and you're very good at that. But just be aware of it, because there needs to be a connection with the inner child of your heart, of what you love, because inspiration is going to come in the most unlikely of places and through the most unlikely of ways. So just taking that energy in is just going to be so important for you. This is also, again, this is child energy, but this can also be not immature. This is youthful energy. The person, you can meet somebody and they can be older, right? They can have gray hairs, and they've been around the sun for a couple of trips, and it's taught them, they've learned from it, but they have this bright-eyed sparkle to them that you're like, wow, they have a young soul and a young heart. It's not that they are naive, or or foolish, but they have this connection, this like, I'm choosing love type of energy that is astounding. So just be aware of that during this time as well. I'm getting Rose from the Golden Girls for some reason. It's like they're not like totally naive, right? Because sometimes Rose can come across that way, but also sometimes she comes across terribly wise. So just be aware of that. With the Hierophant reversed, this is Taurus energy. So if you're born on the cusp with Taurus, okay, time frame April 20th to May 20th, or if you have Taurus in your chart, this part of your personality can trip you up. You might be too stubborn with things right now. Too stubborn, too focused in, single-minded. We have the repeat of the number 8, and that kind of gives that, like, I'm going to work really, really hard. I'm going to focus on these goals. I'm going to get these things done. But we can also become too single-minded onto things. So just being aware of that is going to be very important here. This can also be like, you have to follow these rules. You have to fit in this way. This is what it's supposed to be. There is no like swerving from this course. So being aware of that too is going to be a very important thing. With the 6 of Pentacles, there's something out of balance financially that's going on here. Now, it can be, the state of the world and everything like that, but there's also a sense of, you need to know your worth, and you need to stop like underselling yourself. And that's going to be a very important thing here. It's like, nope, I know my worth. I know where I stand. I know what I need. With the 9 of Swords reversed, we're releasing a lot of worry that has kept us up at night. It's like, okay, I release that. I can't change it. I can't stop it. I release it. And that sounds very easy. It's very hard to do. If you are having, insomnia or trouble sleeping, and it's the worry and doubt and fear, and your mind just, as you lay in bed, just race like a hamster wheel, telling you all the things that you have to do until you start doom scrolling on your phone just to shut your head up. And then it's daytime and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted, and yet I have to get up. Here it is saying, listen to, vibrational energy music. They have it here on YouTube that helps calm you, helps soothe you, to help you to get into the vibrational energy of sleep. You can do, if you have a singing bowl, if you can do chanting, Om Mane Padme chanting before you go to bed, in order to calm your vagus nerve, in order to calm your energy and yourself, to help you sleep, to help soothe your mind. That can be very, very important. You might think, oh my gosh, this is so silly, and I sound so weird, or I look so weird. But I mean, doing that before you go to bed will give you a better night's sleep. And we're releasing a lot of the worry that we've had, that has kept us up, that has kept us doubting, that has kept us afraid. And with the 4 of Pentacles, we're also releasing a lot of vampiric energy that is, that is ruining us, that has drained us, that has overwhelmed us, that has kept us held back, that has kept us held down. And what we're going to see here is that as we're releasing this, it's like, oh, I didn't know I was bringing that trauma forward. Like, I thought I left that behind. I thought that was happened in 3rd grade, right? And I totally worked past it. But we're going to see that words that people said when we were small, things that people did when we felt helpless, they come through. And it's going to be those instances in our lives where we felt like we weren't in control of our being and of ourselves. And it moves us then to the Magician, because the Magician is the exact opposite. It is, I am in control. I'm standing before the power of my existence and the altar of my existence. I'm claiming my gifts. I'm not going to be absolutely gifted in everything, but my gosh, am I pretty darn good. And I claim my magic. I claim my strength. I claim myself. As above, so below. As I believe it, so it becomes. What if I don't make bad choices? What if I move on a path and I see myself and I define myself as successful? What will happen? And then the Ace of Pentacles comes. That's what happens. Money, success, prosperity, wealth. I'm not saying here, it's not that toxic positivity where, if you're not succeeding, it's all your fault. No, sometimes life happens. Sometimes you get curveballs where you're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, please, I was winning and now I can barely keep my head above water. Life happens. And we can't just say, oh, I'm going to be positive through it, because sometimes we fall into depression, we fall into anxiety. It gets to be a lot. But here with the Ace of Pentacles, during this month, we're planting seeds that grow into greatness. We're planting the seeds that bring us, the beanstalk that lead us to the golden goose. So that is going to be really, really great. And it's knowing here, I'm worthy. I'm worthy of money. I'm worthy of success. I'm worthy of prosperity. With the Four of Cups, during this month, you're going to see that divinity kind of changes things up for you. You think, oh, I'm heading on this direction. I'm going to do things just like this. And then all of a sudden, divinity will change the game, pull you in a different direction and guide you in a different way. Is it going to be fun? Not really. Not really. We're going to sit there and be a little bit upset and say, but I was working on this, but it needed to be like this. And what happens is going to have us see things so very differently than we had thought we were supposed to see it. And it's going to bring us to a place where we can get too much in our own head, but it has to be like this. It has to be like this. No. Slow down. Slow down and look at the seeds that you are planting within you. What do you want? What are you moving forward towards? Where do you want to be? And the Eight of Cups reversed. We're having a hard time choosing ourselves. It's time to choose you. Aries, it's time to choose you. There are responsibilities. There's everything that needs to be done. There are people that we think, oh, I should choose them over myself. It's not that you're not helping them. It's not that you're not working with them. It's not that you're not building them. But it is also time to know that you are of utmost importance. And always come from a place of love and respect and kindness and compassion. But you are important, Aries, and you need to honor you. Because great things will come and such beautiful success comes when we start to say, okay, I matter. Okay, I see me. Okay, I'm showing up for me. And I'm building something beautiful. Because this month, really, Aries, you are. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message here, which is stretch. Okay, so there's something outside of our comfort zone. This is stretch reverse. There's something outside of our comfort zone that we should be stretching for, but we're like, I don't think so. Like that seems like a no. No, I don't like that. I don't want that. No, thank you. But we're going to need to see ourselves stretching for something more, like feeling just a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit out of our comfort zone. It moves us then to abundance, which is our root chakra. At the root of us is abundance, success, prosperity, bounty. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. This is tyrant energy. Okay, the strength card reversed is very much tyrant energy. It's like you will do what I say because I said so, because I'm intimidating and scary and overwhelming, and I demand that you respect me. And it's not respect, it's just fear. And you know what, Aries, we get this energy because the reversed emperor is the tyrant, right? And so we get this energy. It's like, oh, okay, I see this. I respect this. In a certain way we do, because we're like, oh, okay, I understand where it's coming from. But also we are going to have such a visceral, full body no response to this that we need to listen to it. And we're going to be like, well, why do I have a no? And yet I can understand. Two things can be true at once. I can understand where you're coming from, and it can also be a hard no. So just be aware of this during this time. And it moves us then to the Two of Cups reverse. This is the minor arcana lovers card. It's interesting. We have the lovers here reverse, and then we have the Two of Cups reverse. So there can be something about love in September that's just a little bit tricky. So just be aware of that. It's not saying, there won't be any romances or anything good happening in the love department, but just be a little bit careful, because we can have a tendency during this time to kind of want to take the easier route. It's like the lust over the love type of thing. The not fully trusting over the trusting. And, I can't blame any of us for choosing those routes, because sometimes it's scary and it's overwhelming and we've been burdened in the past and everything like that. But here there is a sense to heal within you and to fall in love with you first. And I know that sounds silly and people get annoyed hearing that, like, oh, I'm supposed to fall in love with me first and then everything will fall into place. No, no, sometimes not everything falls into place. It's just a heck of a lot more enjoyable ride if you like who you're riding it with. And that's yourself, right? So here with the Two of Cups reversed, there's something that we're going to need to heal from that's coming up during this time. And it's like a hard no. It's like, no, I don't want to heal from this. I don't want to be doing this. And then we're going to find out that it's like a, oh, okay, okay, let me give this a shot. Let me heal. Let me connect. Let me see. Let me see how this moves me forward. All right. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And have a blessed month. Bye.